It's about being hungry for knowledge, really the understanding of what a sound diet means and how to make healthy choices that feed your body. Hi, I'm Mareya, otherwise known as the Fit Foodie. I'm a chef, holistic nutritionist, author, inventor, and mom. And I want to welcome you to my podcast. It's called Recipes for Your Best Life. And with every episode, I'm peeling back the onion on fitness, nutrition, health, wellness, and family. The truth is, you're the chef of your life. And for every important pillar, there's a great recipe worth sharing. So every week, we'll explore them together. Think of it as food for thought that you can really sink your teeth into. So join me, and let's squeeze the joy out of this life, because you only get one. Can I get a fork, yeah? And boom, just like that, it hit me like a giant pizza. This is the definition of intention. Presence. The act of cooking and eating is by no stretch an imagination an accident or a happenstance or an occasion where the intellect just takes a holiday while the stomach gets to play with complete abandon. Unlike any other creature, we are the only ones capable of alchemy in the kitchen. It could be as simple as a salad or as intricate as a 4-course meal. But the fact is that we can articulate food, appreciate it with all 5 senses, and participate with others. That is extraordinary. We use chemistry to nurture a creation into being by using heat or cold or spice or a blender or a knife. And as omnivores with opposable thumbs, we have the conscious ability to select what we'll eat, how we'll prepare it, how we'll consume it, and how we'll share it. We gotta fix mealtime. If we make sound nutrition relevant and a priority, it doesn't become this elusive pie-in-the-sky concept that we try and put our arms around. It can no longer be an optional course in school. It just needs to become mandatory and carried out throughout the whole education experience. Just as food and water is critical for survival, so is the knowledge and understanding of how to enjoy it in the right amount. Are you with me? I'm a member of the California School Nutrition Association, and I know that there are mandatory standards for school lunch. How it gets manifested is a whole nother story, and it boils down to the effort that the school nutrition director in that school takes. They have to serve a certain amount of fruits and vegetables, but how they present them is sheerly up to them. It's not about just eating. It's still about conscientious eating, because there are a lot of choices out there. Face it, the last time you walked through a grocery store, were you just astonished by the selections out there? I mean, it is mind-boggling how many different types of cereals there are, and snack bars, and snack foods, and chips, and drinks, and it's an endless sea of color. And so it's really easy to get out there and be tempted by the choices. But you can weed through the muck without getting stuck. And you can do that by focusing on the good quality proteins, the slow-burning carbohydrates that still feed you but don't spike your blood sugar, don't spike your glycemic index.
My dad's heavyweight champion of the world when I was a little kid. So he kind of was a good example of how to be intimidating when you need to be and how to turn it off. And there's no need to really overwhelm people with your machismo masculinity. There's no need to do that. Like, just be a good person. Your masculinity and your intimidation will come on your battlefield, which was for the football field for me, and the basketball court for my brother, and the wrestling mat for me, and the boxing ring for my dad. So,
being fit is about being healthy. It's about being strong. It's about being hungry for knowledge, really the understanding of what a sound diet means and how to make healthy choices that feed your body
from the inside out. I think of it as a microcosm. We are this being of cells, and these cells are hungry and they want to be fed. They don't want to be fed junk food. They don't want to be fed artificial flavors and chemicals and preservatives. They want to be fed what will fuel them, what will give them energy and vitality and movement and vibrancy.
Don't completely restrict yourself from something that you enjoy. If you want to have a glass of wine, have a glass of wine, but take something else out or do another yoga class or something. If I feel deprived, then I'm going to want to go overboard on it. You can have whatever you want. Just make sure that it's moderate and that you balance it out. And for the most part, try to make healthy choices.
The truth is your body loves routine. And when it's in a good routine, it is on lock. It's working. It's humming. It's ticking. And it wants to know it will receive energy on a regular basis to operate, just like a car. If you let the tank run dry and you keep trying to drive, you'll probably have to hitch a ride home, no matter where you are. It just won't go anymore. The truth is it takes a lot more energy to get it running and in tip-top shape again. And don't even think about giving it the cheap gas unless you want to gunk up the engine. All right? You get my thought. You get my analogy here. Your beautiful Lamborghini, humming engine, gorgeous sleek lines. And unless you want to gunk up the engine, put in a bunch of cheap gas. And that cheap gas is white flour, it's refined sweeteners, it's chemical additives, and it's processed food. I mean, if you are a world-class athlete and you are burning 8,000 calories a day, go knock yourself out. Eat, baby, eat, because you are burning it. But if you're like the average person that should probably be getting somewhere between 1,800 to 2,200 calories a day, it's not about being a slave to the calories, but you do have to be careful. You do have to watch for them. Because if you're eating more calories than what you're expending, then you're expanding. It's so critical that your food is cold when it's supposed to be cold. And especially when the temperatures start rising in the summer, heat can become a breeding ground for bacteria. Heat multiplies bacteria like gangbusters. So when it comes to perishables like meat, dairy, fresh fruit and veggies, and anything cut, you want to make sure that it's on ice or it's refrigerated properly. And if you're not taking a direct route home from the store, it's a good idea to tote your own insulated grocery bag or bring some ice packs with you. And if you're going to a picnic or a barbecue away from home, make sure to pack a cooler and plenty of ice. Perishable food, as a rule of thumb, should never sit out for more than 2 hours. And if the temperature is above 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 1 hour is the absolute max. We are so much like a car. Proper fuel, regular maintenance, keep your car running. Make proper nutrition a habit. And then your relationship with your plate becomes so much more fulfilling. When I got healthy, when I finally started to feel better, I really got inspired to become a chef. And I wanted to do it in a way that was healthful. It wasn't about heavy cream and a lot of butter and a lot of fat that wasn't good for me. I wanted to cook with veggies. I wanted to find out what was in season. I wanted to play with textures and I wanted to mix up cooking methods. I wanted to eat more raw food because I would feel a buzz, like a little burst of energy after I would eat something like a kale salad or a cabbage salad or a beautiful piece of fruit. I would feel that life force, that vibrance. And then when I started to marry those different flavors, that's where the creativity and the excitement really took a next level. Don't be scared to cry. But if you have an issue, grab a tissue, cry it out, call a friend that's guaranteed to offer a shoulder or make you laugh so hard snot comes out of your nose. Make your bed daily. It sets the tone for your day. It really does. Always be a student, open to learning new ideas, hearing a new opinion, or trying something new without judgment. The truth is, taste buds are really highly complex, and people that get set in their ways of eating early on, it may seem like it's beyond hope to recondition those taste buds, but it isn't. The reason they're so complex is because they respond to so many different things. They respond to temperature, and they respond to the physical sensation of food, texture, how it feels on the tongue. They respond to taste profiles, savory, sweet, acidic, acrid, bland, salty foods, balanced foods, umami foods, and all of the range in between. But just like a muscle, just like when you go to the gym, those taste buds need to be conditioned. Like Marie suggests, I started with my closet. I had clothes and shoes and more accessories than I knew what to do with. And the funny thing is, I hadn't worn the vast majority of what was in my closet in over 2 years. Out! I mean, why should I hold on to those things if they never see the light of day? They're definitely not bringing me joy. Then I went through boxes of what I call stuff. SH standing for, what? And stuff. That's stuff. And stuff is miscellaneous crap. Usually it accumulates, and funny enough, it's kept in boxes because they don't really have a home.
I was very confused. Something I wanted to do, and I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it, and I want to go after my dreams, go after all my goals. I don't want nothing to hold me back, and it was like, I couldn't do it. That's when I spoke to my coach. My coach just told me, Jason, have patience, and God will give you an answer on where you're at, what you got to do, on why things are happening, why they're happening. And so I just stay patient, and as time went by, I received the answer. After all these years, now that I'm not boxing, it was like, God, use my life to help others. That's what it's for. It's to help another life.
Hey, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode. I know you have a lot of choices out there of what to listen to, what to watch, so it means a lot to me that you're here with me. And hey, if you love this content, would you hit the subscribe button? I want you around. I don't want you to just show up for one episode and leave. I want you here, part of the conversation, a seat at this table. And while you're at it, would you share this with your friends and family? And if you take a screenshot and share it on your social media with a hashtag RFYBL for Recipes for Your Best Life, I'll make sure to personally give you a shout out, and you may just be featured right here on the show. So until next time, here's to living deliciously and being the chef of your best life.